Hi there, it's Jen. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you have not. If you're interested in subscribing, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Today I am sharing a new release from Whimsy Stamps, and this is called Dudley's Valentine. And the artist that has created Dudley is Dustin Pike, and he is one of my favorite artists over at Whimsy, although all of the artists over at Whimsy are awesome. This is one of my favorite little characters. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a Valentine's Day card. And so I've stamped up Dudley in some Memento Black ink. I am going to be using my Copic Chow alcohol markers. I don't show a whole lot of the coloring just because it's kind of a work in progress for me. So basically what I'm showing is a little bit of the coloring of the head and the body. And I am using this pattern paper. I don't think I use this exact piece, but there is a new 6x6 set of pattern paper in this release, and so I was trying to kind of match it up a little bit, and I knew I wanted a red dragon, and so I colored him red and did his little tummy in pink. And a lot of times in cards I like to have white space, and so this is going to be my white space. This die set is an envelope and edger die set, and I have just taken the kind of scalloped edge one and run that through with a piece of white cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and use this piece of pattern paper, and so I'm cutting that down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then this other piece of pattern paper, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with the card, but I wanted some strips, and so these little strips I'm cutting have little hearts on them, and so here I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with that. But I love the little Dudley with his bow and arrow, and so I grabbed the stamp set that says "Not Today, Cupid." It's kind of a sassy stamp, and it's from the Kiss Off stamp set from the previous release from Whimsy. So I'm going to use that stamp set, and I am inking that up in some VersaFine black onto that white piece of cardstock that has that edger on it. And then in that same Kiss Off stamp set, there's hearts, so there's some lips, there's some like little bouncy lines, and then there's these little arrows that you can put at the end of the bouncy lines. I thought I wanted that on the card, and so I did a few of those. I did not end up liking it, but I did add one of the hearts from that stamp set, inking it up in some, I believe this is some VersaFine ink or VersaClear ink. So it's just a pink, and I will go ahead and use that for this little heart and add that by the sentiment. And I have a bunch of little heart pieces left over from a project that I did earlier in the week, and so I just used those hearts to cover up those other two areas where I didn't like that stamp. And I actually got this washi tape out because that stamp set right there, the packaging had torn, and that's what I had to tape it. And so I taped it, and I was like, oh, that would look kind of cool on the card. I think it kind of separates because there is so much pink. I think it kind of helps kind of break up that pink a little bit. And then I'm going to take a little bit of black acrylic paint and wet that down and splatter that on to my card panels. And for my acrylic paint, I just put it on an old stamping block that I'm not using, and so every time I want to use it, I just reactivate it with water so I don't waste it. And then with that pattern paper that I had cut into strips, I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive and put that right over that piece of washi tape. And I also took another piece of the pattern paper in this paper pack and used that border die again. And I'm going to go ahead and take that white piece and adhere it to the piece of pattern paper. And then I'll take both of those and adhere that to the heart background. And then I'll take that piece and adhere all of those to a piece of a 4 1/4 by a 5 1/2 white cardstock. And I am using my tape runner, my tape tool, to go ahead and adhere all of those pieces together. And then I'll add Dudley to the card just using some tape adhesive again. I also add a few sequins to finish the card off. And that is it. I hope you liked this card. It's a super cute release. All a month the release is going to be fantastic, so I hope you stay tuned. I will have a video up over on the Whimsy channel if you're interested on the 15th of January, showing a Slimline card that I made using Dudley. So I hope you check that out over there on the Whimsy channel as well. As always, if you liked this video or found it informative, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me, and I hope to see you next time.